Hey everyone, Andrew here again. So just wanted to do a little something here. Wanted to do a little backwards compatibility test on, some NSO controllers as well as an original Switch 1 Pro controller and the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2. So I guess we'll start with we'll start with an easy one. So we'll just pop this Joy-Con off here. Man, a rail system. Could you imagine using a rail system in 2025? Okay, so basically, out of the gate, all you really gotta do is go over to change grip order on the controller. You're gonna hold this little button here. Said you're gonna hold this button here. There we go. Okay, so now we've got Joy-Con. Of course, you can always take, your second one, pair it as well, so you can actually use a Joy-Con pair. Original, Switch 1 Joy-Cons, which is really cool. Other neat thing, if I'm not mistaken, I'm about to find out. Say I turn these guys off. Let's take the right. I'll try to turn these on at the same time. Just like that. Player 1 can have Joy-Con 2 for left, Joy-Con 1 for right, and player 2 can have hello? Come on. There we go. I don't know why that took a second. Probably timing. So yeah, you can actually have player 1 can be using this matchup, player 2 could be using this matchup. I don't know why you would do this. I don't know why anyone would want to do that, but you could, and that's neat. So let's pop these back on. Get these popped in. If I could find the spot. There we go. All right, so that works great. And of course, if you want to put them back on your original Switch model, my OLED here, you just gotta slide them in. Business as usual. All right, so let's check out the NES NSO controller. All right, so we're gonna hold this button here. And just like that, we have a fully functional NSO NES controller. Okay, cool. So you can repair it that way. Only downside to this is it has a rail, no USB-C port anywhere. So it's kind of a strange situation of if you have these, you're either going to need a dedicated standalone standalone charging dock for Joy-Cons that you can plug in with USB-C, or you can just use your original Switch, which it's not necessarily ideal because you're if you moved on to a Switch 2 and you don't feel like you need a Switch 1, kind of pointless. Anyways, let's move on. This does have a USB-C port, so that's nice. Go in here, get our Super Nintendo controller all synced up. Just like that, we're now connected with a Super Nintendo controller. Very nice, very nice. All right. Move on to the glorious Nintendo 64 NSO controller. I love this thing so much. We'll get in there, hold down the sync button. Business as usual. And what do you know? It works. And the cool thing is they actually implemented, there's Rumble in here, which is really neat. So yeah, that works just fine. C button's obviously working as a D-pad. Right, let's power that off. And naturally we're on to our final. Go kitty, go. Okay, cool. On to our final controller. It's the Switch 1 Pro controller, and you could, as you would imagine, you just hold that little button there for Bluetooth sync. I said you hold that button there for sync. It's very possible, since I've already synchronized it to this console. Oh no, there we go. I have synced this in the past, so it was very possible it wasn't gonna just let me do that. But it works just fine. So if you were ever on the fence about getting a Pro Controller 2, you can still use your originals. There's no need to upgrade unless you want the nice new features. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Of course, there is a GameCube NSO controller as well. However, that was designed specifically for the Switch 2, so I'm not really going to count that. But yeah, pretty much all of the original Nintendo Switch controllers do work on a Switch 2. However, let's think about this scenario now. All right, so let's go into our original Switch here. What if I want to use a Pro Controller 2? So we'll turn that off. Come over here. Same system as Switch 2. You just hold the sync button. It's going to start searching and searching and searching and searching. Try again. Yep. It just won't pair. Now, it's pretty much been confirmed that any of the Switch 2 peripherals that were designed for us, so this, the GameCube controller, and then of course the Pro Controller 2, are not compatible with the original Switch models, original or OLED, and of course, not the light of all things. So, yeah, kind of an interesting little thing to test. It's really nice seeing, backwards compatibility on Switch 2 for original Switch hardware. That really does open it up. So if you've got friends or family over and you want to play Mario Kart World, but you only have one set of Joy-Cons and you want to play like 4-player or something, you can always bust out the 2 Joy-Cons from here, or any of these other controllers. You can probably play Mario Kart World with a Nintendo 64 controller if you so desired. Yeah, just a little neat test. Wanted to check that out for y'all. So anyways, hope y'all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time.